Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're starting right on time today. And before we do anything else, I have an announcement I want to make. I keep forgetting. So many people have asked me about the guard shack, etc., when the gates are going to be open. I spoke with Tony yesterday and he said by the end of this month. Right now they're working on 800 ID tags and that's taking some time.
Yeah, they kind of look like these guys. So it's just like your ID that you have around your neck right now.
So you can hang it in your
It looks
car.
just like it. So I'm keeping mine on my ID.
Oh,
It's
that's
always going to be
nice.
with me.
Right.
But they got to program them and give them out to everybody. So
And then we have to show them how.
it's coming.
Did I
Well,
steal your-
Coffee Connections Friday, so
Yeah, if we have it, but I want people to know that we are trying to find out things. Okay, let's get the meeting started. How will you do the invocation?
Please rise if you're ready. Gracious Lord and Heavenly Father, we do thank you for this day and for the privilege of living in your world and bringing us to this time and to this place. Pray, Lord, that you would be with us in our meeting today. May our words and deeds be acceptable in your sight and use us to bring glory and honor to your precious name. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll start with Joanne. Walter Frank and
Okay,
Seth.
Walter Frank. We have 2 reservations for this month. Our activities are going good, and I think the cookout was okay. I hope it was okay with you guys. Our grill master did a good job.
yes.
And by the way, today is his birthday, right? And you can have free ice cream in the ice cream parlor. Oh, I might throw in a little Debbie oatmeal cake, but I'll pay for it, Dave. Okay, we had 35 people who signed up, and there were 31 attended. There were 4 who didn't show up, but there were 4 people who didn't sign up, so that makes us 35 people again. And this is not subject to audit, Phil. This is just my figures. Okay, the downtown center. The resource fair is this Thursday from 2:30 to 5:30 downtown, and it's sponsored by our Springfield Masonic community. The health and sleep dinner is June the 15th at 5:30. Registrations for the sale program is Tuesday, June 20th. And for those of you who do jigsaw puzzles, they're having a tournament July the 27th at 1 o'clock. The days they're closed will be Monday, July 19th, and Tuesday, July the 4th. June the 24th, they're having an Equality Springfield Pride Day. And then this is October the 27th through November 4th, they're having a trip to Greece. I just found out about that yesterday. It's, where's Raleigh and Joanne? Been to Greece already?
We're not going.
Figured. But it's a 9-day, 7-night thing. And also, don't forget about the 50th anniversary at the Clark County Fair, July the 25th. I think that's it.
Thank you. Okay, let's see who's next year. I guess no, we always do Joanne ahead of the treasurer's report, etc., because she has to leave. So anyway, are there any changes to the minutes? If not, they'll stand as presented. And Phil, we're ready for the treasurer's report. How bad is it?
Horrible. Our beginning balance, $1,164. This for last month, $1,164.42. $10 income, no expenses, ending balance $1,174.42. We still got checks, so we must have money.
Okay. Now we're ready for the report, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Peggy, we're ready for you. Welcome.
Is that welcome for me?
Sure. Welcome for everybody. I'm glad to
Yes,
see you.
it's good to see you all here today. We have Eugene and Wanda Simpson, who moved into 12D. We have David and Linda Perrin, who moved into 5B consistory. We have Raymond Levens, who moved into 2C apprentice. And we'll go to another page here. We have Sunny Moore, who moved into 9A masters. And coming to 26D council will be Dave and Martha Freeze. I don't have a move-in date for them.
What's that last name, Peggy?
Pardon?
What's their last name?
Freeze?
F-R-E-E-Z-E?
Well, that's what Dave's saying.
Dave and Linda? Dave and Linda?
Martha.
Dave and
Dave and
Martha.
Martha.
Okay.
Yeah, it's F-R-E-E-S-E. Because
All right.
he signed up the zip line. So I haven't met him yet, but he's on the zip line.
Let's let him get moved in first.
He did that himself. But that's how you spell his name.
Okay, then we have David and Carolyn Baker, who will be moving into 33B consistory. And that should be any time, I'm not sure.
33 what?
B,
33, okay, thank you.
and then Linda and Leonard Cadle will be in 24C Valley. And they are they might be in this weekend. They've been gradually moving things in.
I think furniture's due the 9th.
Yes.
Big stuff's coming tonight.
So that's all I have.
Is there any, Peggy, were we going to introduce some new people? Or do you see any?
I see a lot. We have the people back here, Dave and Linda Perrin. Yes.
Raymond, 2C is clear back here.
You got Raymond in the back. Raymond, you guys stand up.
Oh, is he way
Just
back?
wave at everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Well, welcome to you.
Yeah.
Okay, is our sunshine lady ready? Sunshine?
Well, here I go. I get reports every day. Number one, Alice is having surgery today.
Monday.
Monday.
She had it Monday.
Stand up, please.
Alice Howe fell Sunday morning, broke her hip. She had surgery Monday morning. She'll be in the hospital 3 days, and they'll bring her back here to Ripley for therapy. That's the latest last night. So far she did well, they said. So we'll see. Hope she continues.
As we speak, I don't know what's happening with Michael, and something's happened down there. I'll have to find out today. Michael, our organ player.
Mike Ryan, yes.
Please,
Michael Ryan.
Michael Ryan. I got nobody told me what happened except they said something happened down there.
Mike did not call me, and usually
Okay.
he's got me on speed
I got the
dial.
one call this morning
From Mike.
said call Michael.
Just cancer.
They're not having choir practice.
Unforeseen circumstances,
Oh, okay.
what they said.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sure it's.
I got, sorry you fell. I got this little card, sorry you fell. So I sent 2 of them out, and then every once in a while, people catch up with me and say, did you know we're not feeling well, or something like that. So keep up the good words to me. If you have to, slip me a note, and then I'll get a card to the people. We're not doing too much this month, but next month is coming.
Thank you, Dorothy. Bill, where's the men's lunch?
Yeah.
I have no idea where the guys are going for lunch tomorrow. Jerry, where y'all going?
Pardon me?
Where you going for lunch tomorrow?
I have to, well, tomorrow's Golden Corral.
Golden Corral? All right.
I can't, no, tomorrow's, I'm working, so I
All right.
don't go to those parties.
Okay, men's lunch, Golden Corral tomorrow. While I've got it, let's see. Marilyn Hildebrand passed on April 22nd. Joni Pulver passed away last month. That was a private service for her and her husband at the Masonic Home Cemetery. That was the request of the family. Barb Mossberger, Jerry lives in 1A. She passed on Sunday, May 21st. They had a memorial service here. Marilyn Hildebrand, Betty Furman, who was in 2D. She'd gone up to healthcare, passed on May 21st, and I think everybody heard about Millie McNeil. So those are the deaths that I've come across. We had one more move-in, Peggy, that you dropped off, Robert Harris, in 6A, that you dropped a slip off to me. So I've got them on the list. The due to move-ins are not on our directory yet. Again, they go on that directory when I see the whites of their eyes after the furniture's in. I put a couple on, oh, they've got deposits, they've signed, and then they changed their mind, then I have to go back and change it. Well, where's so-and-so? Well, they never moved in. So when I see the whites of their eyes after the moving truck leaves, that's when they go on my list. And that's my report.
Thank you, I really appreciate how often you do that list. Well, I guess we're ready now for Brenda.
Hey, I'm here.
Anything to report?
Oh, nothing to report as far as the board. Stan is our leader here. I see a lot of new faces. I don't know who they are, but I'd like for you to know my name is Brenda Kennedy. I'm your representative to the Board of Trustees. If you can't get a hold of Dave and you need something, give me a call. You can always get me through the switchboard. And as far as that, there's nothing else to say. Thank you.
Now I think we're ready for, Sandy, you want to
Stan,
say
did you have something?
Just a couple quick comments. Number one, it's great to see Brenda back in action again, so give her a call, keep her active. Her activity's good for her. I did want to make mention yesterday at the Morningstar Lodge meeting, one of the brothers mentioned he was a fairly new resident here, been here less than a year, and he said he wasn't real sure the location of things. He said, I understand and I get the information for events, but he says, when it says it's in Rickley, he said, I'm not sure exactly where Rickley is. So I told him yesterday, I said, well, the good news is, if you didn't know where Rickley was, that means you've been healthy and haven't had to go there. So we kind of laughed about that. But my point is, if you have a neighbor that's fairly new, feel free to kind of touch base with them and make sure they know where they're going for whatever function. But other than that, greetings from the board. Yes.
Sometime last year, I can't recall who did it, I requested maps for all the internal places. And I was given some that I have given away, but I don't know if it came from sales or I had spoke to Poetry about it and well, I had spoken to Tony also, so he may know, but they have colored maps, or they did have, of all the places inside, boutique, all the stuff. So that people could
Well,
find.
I'll touch base with Tony because obviously there's been changes and such. And
Yeah.
make sure we got a current map.
I'm pretty sure that,
I know that when I came out here 10 years in September, and we had a lady that took us around, took us and had our meal the first time in the dining room, and even some of the ambassadors. We used to do that kind of thing.
Well, I thought they
But
were
they're not doing
starting
it
that
anymore.
again.
I think
The
it was-
ambassadors at the last meeting, aren't they supposed to be
Pardon?
adopting a new person?
Pardon? Speaking about the.
At the last ambassadors meeting, which I missed, I thought they were starting this program where everybody adopted somebody new. Didn't you tell me that, Joanne?
Remember what? Dave?
Dave?
Pass the buck.
I'm listening.
He's ready.
Yeah, well, I think what came out of that meeting was, you know, Joanne, or Peggy making her initial visit, right?
Well, there's a map in the book that Brian gives you, and then when I go
Right.
meet them, I take a trifold map, and they say, oh, this is so nice because we didn't have anything.
Right.
So I try.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
I know, it's, I mean, we give the information of the maps that are out there, and as far as ambassadors, yeah, we need to get the ambassadors moving on the new movement, especially down in the Villas, is the way it's sounding right now. I mean, we do have it in Scottish Rite where they do it. We kind of backed off because I believe it came up about you making your visit there, you know, being the welcoming committee and giving them all the information that you have, so. But maybe if, I know Emily Hammond is taking poetry's position, and she's gonna be leading all the ambassadors, so. I haven't heard when the next meeting is, but it sounds like we do need to address that again, because at the last meeting, we pretty much, the ambassadors pretty much, if my memory's correct, thought that they didn't need to make the visits if you were already making them.
They should have a visit later on.
Yeah, maybe just a follow-up after you visit.
They do
So
need to have somebody to
We'll,
take
we'll
them.
bring that up at the next ambassador meeting, so.
I didn't hear everything Dave said, but when a new resident comes in, aren't they given all this kind of stuff? I got a map
Yes.
of everything when I came in.
Yes, they are, it's in the resident handbook.
Oh, good. That's very helpful.
But that doesn't mean they're reading it.
But there,
No, that's true.
the main report is they'll say, oh yeah, I didn't take time to read that.
Right, yeah.
Well, and I think the welcome committee and the orientation program, I think all that is very good. But unfortunately, if people are like me, you gotta tell me a couple times before it clicks. So just feel free to talk to anybody new and make sure they know where they're going. Thank you all.
You gotta tell me too a couple times.
Really, you don't know where he's at.
We think,
Hi, Barbara.
When Peggy came to my house, when you're moving in, you've got so many things on your mind when
Right.
you dump all this on you,
Right.
that you just don't take time to look at all of it at first, because you're trying to get settled.
Right.
And then later you look at it, so.
Yeah, so we'll bring that up at the next ambassador meeting. Maybe after Peggy makes her initial visit, we'll have an ambassador pop
I
in.
have a card in there where people can call
Can
me.
call you, yeah.
And Raymond did last week, so, and somebody else has, so
Yeah.
that's all I can do.
And they have my card too. I mean,
some
so,
people don't want
Have
them,
no cards, so they don't
don't want them frustrated. You know, not everybody
Right.
moves here for social.
right.
Dave,
They
Yeah.
just
I
have to
mean,
play it by
there's
ear.
people going past that desk in the hallway.
Mhm.
That's where some of the complaints are coming, so I have to send them across the hall.
Okay.
But that's where they're coming in too.
Okay.
You can have the maps too.
That's where we need them there.
Well, I believe the maps are in sales, so
They're what?
they should be in the sales department.
Yeah.
That's where they're at.
Okay,
Did
now
I jump,
we're
did
ready.
I jump the gun there? Am I out
Oh,
of
that, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was done.
All right, well, I don't have a whole lot, I mean, we got a few things that are coming up this month. First thing on the calendar is this Friday, we got Coffee Connection. I know it was canceled last month, but it will be this Friday in this room, so we'll bring up the guard shack. Tony will have more updates on all this and when the gates are gonna be down. So I think we're very, very close. So I'm sure that's gonna be his #1 topic on Friday. Then we have the group lunch, Wednesday the 14th. Anybody know where you're going? Nope,
The group lunch, no, I don't even know who's in charge of it.
I don't either. Wednesday the 14th, group lunch.
When did that start?
Is that Steve? No, there's always been a group lunch.
Oh,
What the second one?
It's a mixed couple.
It's a mixed couple.
oh.
Yeah, it's
Not necessarily.
for the men and the women.
Anybody.
Anybody, yeah.
It's for the men and the women, yes.
Did you say what time the thing was on Friday?
Coffee Connections at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
It's always the second Friday of the month. In here at 1 o'clock. You're new, so Tony Berardi, the president of the campus, you'll get to meet Tony if you haven't already. He kind of gives you updates on anything on campus and takes questions, any concerns and stuff. Next on my calendar, what I got going on, we're going to start the Champion City Kings baseball. Anybody sign up for that that's in here? A couple back there, Moores. Champion City Kings baseball, if you don't know what they are, they're college kids that are in their summer league program. It's pretty good baseball. We usually have a pretty good time. Only costs $2 to get in. I'll be driving the bus. I think I got a full sheet already, so I can only take so many. But it is out there. It only costs $2. They have full concession stand and everything. It's probably going to be pretty hot out, but so dress accordingly, the ones that are coming. But we're doing it 2 times, the 13th, June 13th and June 27th. I'll put the sign-up sheet out for the 27th at a later date. I have it sitting on my desk. Then we have, what date is that? June 16th. We're going to do our Father's Day cookout. This is open to all residents. It's not just fathers, but everybody has fathers, so we just invite everybody. Events committee will be putting it up, or putting it on. It'll be from 11 to 2. Hamburgers, hot dogs, all the fixings. We'll do a 50-50 drawing. We were hoping to get a Cincinnati Reds player here, but that kind of fell through. They didn't have one that could come like we had. Who did we have last year? Tracy Jones, I think, came. So this year we'll just be playing some games outside. Next, we got the mall trip on the 21st. They go to the Beaver Creek Mall. Then music by Al Mahan. I hope I'm saying that last name right. June 22nd at 1:30. It's a Thursday. It'll be in the auditorium. And I know he's been here before, but I have yet to see him. Has anybody seen this guy play? Is he pretty good, or?
What do you play?
I don't know. It just says music by Al Mahan.
He played oldies and
Is he
you know,
guitar,
oldie,
keyboard, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
he would sing.
Okay, good. Ladies' lunch trip. Where are you guys going?
The pub, they say.
The
I
pub.
don't know which pub.
It's usually the one at the green.
Yeah, but it seems to me they said it wasn't that one, but Pam is sort of in charge of that now. You put your suggestion in a hat and she draws one out, and that's where you go.
Okay, well, that's June 28th. Bus will pick up here at 11 o'clock. Movie night, they got the movie Go for Brady. Anybody seen that movie yet? 80 for Brady, I think is what it's called.
Oh, yeah, that's
About
cool.
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's the movie of the month. That's Wednesday, June 28th at 6 o'clock.
Where does he show that?
I think he shows it in the game room.
Yeah.
Over there, yeah. So then, the final thing, as far as events, we have our June 30th fireworks celebration. We're doing it again. It'll be at the Festival Green Clubhouse. It's open to all residents and their family and all staff and their family. We're not opening it to the outside public. We are still working on some of the food trucks. We will have food trucks out there. Kona Ice will be here. Ohio Living, y'all know Ohio Living, you see their cars out here. They're sponsoring that for us, so the Kona Ice will be free. And we'll have them here from 7 to 9, I believe. The event starts at 6 o'clock. Matthew Allen's going to play for the first hour. And then we have a guy named Steve Worley that's going to perform right after him. We will have a big tent up outside as well. There will be plenty of water. We'll have water supplied. As far as drinks, you'll need to bring your own drinks though, unless you buy it from the food truck. We are giving a $5 food voucher to every resident though. Every resident will get one $5 food voucher that you can use at the food trucks. Okay? So don't try to
What if you're a couple?
con me out of 2. You only get one.
What if you're a couple?
You only get one. Well, per resident. So you got a couple, you get 2.
Oh, okay.
So there will be a children's area for staff and or your grandchildren, whoever. I think it's going to be one of those big bouncy ball things that you get inside, and some little obstacle course as well. So bring your grandkids if you want. Then fireworks will be right around dusk, around 9:45. They're going to shoot it off at the cemetery just like they've done in the past. So a lot of you can probably see it from your villas, but there's a good place to view it on the side where the shuffleboard is. So, okay. I do know the one food truck that is coming is the Raging Bull Fire Pizza. They've been here before, and it's very good. So They have been confirmed, so they will be here. Other than that, Guard Shack, Tony will talk about that on Friday. I did make a change in the transportation grocery runs. Instead of 12:30 pickups, we're picking up at 10:30 now. And Gary picked up this morning. I also lost Gary. Gary is sticking around. He retired, but he's going to stick around until I find a replacement and just help out Monday through Thursday with the grocery runs. So he said he had a full bus yesterday going to Walmart.
Wow.
So maybe moving it to 10:30 has been a good thing so far. And also the Kroger run, we're going to the one on Durr Road. We're
Is
not
that
going
well received, or have you been there yet?
on Durr Road.
Yeah.
I go today.
It's a good one. There's CVS there.
I told Gary, let me know.
Yeah.
So that starts today. We'll be going to Durr Road, not the one on Bechtel. And other than that, that's all I have.
You want to tell us a little bit about the drone? I know that's foundation,
Well,
but you weren't involved.
who was at the drone thing yesterday? Okay, that was a foundation event. Proceeds they sold 500 tickets, okay, $5 a ticket, and the drone went up and dropped all these balls. The closest 3 to the hole, actually there was 3 or 4 already in the hole, but we just kind of figured which one looked like it dropped in there first, you could tell. You could tell because it was on top of the other one. So,
Yeah.
a lady from, I believe York, right? I think her name was Hines. I believe she's the one. She came and bought tickets, but she put her daughter's name on the tickets. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that was her. She won first place, which was $250. And then Donna Hogue, who lives at, Mary Molt didn't win. Everybody thought Mary Molt won. She was holding Donna's tickets for I don't know why, but come afterwards, I was told that Donna bought those tickets. So Donna was second. I don't know who was third because I did not sell that ticket. And then we had the furthest from the hole. I don't know who got that either. So, but anyways, proceeds are supposed to go to a new gas grill and a little island for our grill. Tony and I are still looking into finding the right one for the clubhouse. Because what my plan is, I want to have like a serving area where we can actually put our food on, so I don't have to use that round table that's already out there. We got everything in front of us when we're cooking. So, but the foundation's going to pay for that new grill and island for us.
About how much is that going to cost?
Well, I heard my limit was 5,000. So
Should be a dandy one for
that's
that.
what we're working on. Yeah, we want a nice one.
Because the price would be 5,000.
Well, I can't go over 5. Let's put it that way. I forgot one other thing. I dragged this wagon up here for a reason.
Yes.
We're going to be raffling this off at the, actually, we're going to start selling tickets when I get it filled up. I'm soliciting right now for donations for, this is our wagon of cheer. We can put any kind of booze you want to donate. I'll even take pop or any kind of snacks that won't melt. Because this thing's going to be out in the sun on June 30th. We're going to be walking around selling tickets for this thing. It'll be $5 a chance and 5 for $20. But I hope to have it nice and filled up by the end of the month. And we're going to be selling tickets for this. Proceeds for this half go to the events committee, and the other half goes to the staff relations committee. So,
Question.
yeah,
Who's going to take all the bottles?
everything. The whole thing goes, the wagon and everything.
It's full of stuff.
It's gonna be full of
Joe
stuff.
won it last time, and it was
Yeah,
full of
we
stuff.
had
Full of stuff.
Yeah, we had that
was
one pretty
packed,
stuffed.
yes.
But I'm looking for donations for it, so I don't have to go out and spend money to stick in there. So if anybody wants to donate anything, please just get with me. Okay? But it's a nice wagon. It's got a cargo carrier on it. I'm hoping to have it stuffed up and ready to go.
We gave ours to Little Mary.
Yeah, your wagon?
Wagon, yeah.
But anybody got any questions for me?
No.
Joyce, you couldn't get me afterwards, could you? Go ahead.
I just wanted to let you know that we've had a request for a bus to go to Aldi's.
Go to Aldi's?
Aldi's, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'll give it some thought.
Okay, thank you.
Because I heard a lot of people don't go to Myers. Myers is my low trip for some reason. Huh?
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay, well, we'll give it some thought. So, all righty. Okay, back at you.
Is that it?
That's it.
We're ready to move on to old business. Is there any? Anybody have old business? Anybody have old business?
Hey, I got a question.
Okay.
I like that clock. Can you get one for the chapel?
Don't have,
Dave, clock for the chapel. Dave,
They need a clock.
clock for the chapel.
Dorothy,
I
I
hear her.
mentioned that to Crystal, and they now have the clock in the chapel working, they tell me.
Yay, thank you very much.
you mean it's that boring that you have to know the time?
See when they're starting,
Oh,
we look up at the clock.
I thought we depended on Bill for start time.
Well, that.
Anyway, but you're getting it. All you have to do is ask, right, Dave?
That's right.
We did.
Not mind readers.
Okay, how about new business? I just want to thank Joanne, she's gone now, but she did a terrific job with the cookout, and our grill master did a great job. And I'm so glad we finally used that. We asked Tony for that grill a year ago and had never used it. And when they started talking about taking Walter Frank away, I thought, we got to do something. So anyway, Walter Frank being taken away from us seems to be on the back burner, so we're just going ahead. And Walter Frank is a great place for small family gatherings or meetings of people on campus, since most of us don't entertain at home. So keep that in mind when you're planning a get-together. Okay, special announcements. Yes?
I'd like to thank everyone who's been contributing to the Love Packages Ministry, bringing the Bibles and Christian literature to my house and putting them in the box. It's full again, and in fact today we're going to pick them up. They're going to pick them up, and there are so many things happening all over our area, which is 5 counties, that they're for the second time this month picking up the barn full, and it'll be shipping out right away. It's that much, so I appreciate it. I brought with me some flyers in case you don't know my address, but I have a box on the porch and the front porch where you can just drop them in, and if you cannot get there, June has graciously allowed them to be dropped off at the library. She lets me know, and then I pick them up. So any Bibles, any kind of Christian literature, studies, Bible studies, any kind of devotionals, anything like that. Much demand for them all over. Thank you.
Anyone else? I figured you'd have something.
I should just let an idea. I know we've got a lot of new families coming in. There's a seminar on downsizing coming up. SMC is doing it. It's on Facebook. They're advertising it there. But with the new folks coming in, and Raymond and I were talking over breakfast, he said he's still digging through boxes of stuff that they moved here. If you are from Clark County and you are unpacking boxes and you're finding old stuff in there that, I don't have a place for this or that, before you toss it in the trash can, take it downtown to the Heritage Center. Now that's the old city police building right behind Cohatch with the big tower with the clock in it around on the side. That's the Clark County Historical Society. And they have got a collection of artifacts in there that will blow you away. It is really fascinating. They've got a replica of downtown Springfield from the 50s, back when I was growing up, 50s and 60s. But they are open to donations of all of these things that seem inconsequential. After my dad passed and we were cleaning some stuff out of the basement, I found a yardstick, took it down there. They said, absolutely, I forget It was from a lumber company that's long been out of business. They said, we don't have this, we'll take it. So before you just arbitrarily trash it, check at the Heritage Center downtown. I don't know what the hours are. Like I said, I just know where they're located. Thanks. Unbiased play for the Heritage Center.
Stan, you went to the back, but that doesn't mean we don't want you to still do the benediction.
Please rise and join me in the benediction. Great architect of the universe, we thank you for the many blessings you bestowed upon our facility. We ask that you wrap your arms around those that are dealing with health issues and death in the family and cover them with your grace. We ask that you continue to advise and lead our officers, directors, and staff in their daily efforts, and we thank them for all their service. We ask that you also watch over all servicemen that are men and women around the world that are protecting our country. And we ask your blessing also for the local first responders. At last, we ask that you continue to bless and watch over us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Meeting adjourned.